You're right. How am you? My name's Dave. Dave the dog. And this is Dave Unleashed. Because I ain't got a leash. Otherwise it'd be Dave Leashed. And that'd be stupid. So this is Dave Unleashed. Not quite unleashed because I got my handler. Who's around somewhere. You there, JoJo?
Yes, I'm here.
You're always there, am you?
Yeah, to help you.
I've got another word. Starts with an H, ends with hinder. Hinder.
Helpful, I am.
Fair enough. Anyway, we'll move on now because it's time for story time. And it's all about lights, like torches in the sky, innit?
Something like that.
Like torches in the sky waving. You know, when you see a concert and all them people are shaking them phones in the air. It's like that, ain't?
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Light. Is that right?
Yep.
Cool. And we've got lights, so that's good. Light's good because you can't see without lights to be dark. And you wouldn't see me, Dave. That'd be bad. Anyway, it's time for story time now. It.
For story time today, we're carrying on with creation, how God created everything. And on this story, God lights up the sky. But let's call up Dave first, because it wouldn't be story time without Dave the dog. So, computer, call Dave. Hey, Dave, how you doing? All right? Can you hear me? Dave? What are you doing?
You're right.
You're looking around. What are you looking for?
Just switched you on.
Okay, good. Are you ready for story time?
Ah, always.
Excellent. Oh, good. Well,
I say always, but I wasn't today because I switched you off.
Didn't seem very, very ready, did you?
You got to hit the mute button.
Oh, I see.
You switch it all on. You set it up with Bluetooth. You still have to press something with your nose.
Oh, and it's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
And they don't design phone apps for noses of dogs.
Well,
Terrible.
well done.
Very doggist.
Oh, well done. Thank you for joining us.
You're right.
It's story time, and as you know, we're looking at creation, how God created the universe.
With the Bluetooth.
Yeah, he spoke out the words. On day one, do you remember what God created? Light. Let there be light.
That was it. I was just making sure you knew.
Yeah, day and night. Number two, day two. What did he create?
You tell me what you think it is, and I'll check if I knew it was what you thought it was.
It was the sky. And
that was it. Well done.
Day three was
Clocks.
Land and vegetation.
That was close.
And we're now on day four.
Cool.
And day four, as I say, light up the sky. Basically, God created lights in the sky. So, yeah, absolutely. And
is it like fireworks?
No, not at all. This is
like a landing light of a plane?
No, well, actually, sometimes you think you see a star, don't you? And it's actually a plane.
Or an helicopter?
It could be, yeah. He said lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. So what sort of lights do you think God created in the night time?
LED ones, because they're modern.
It was stars, absolutely, like bright shining stars at night time.
That'll do.
Yeah. And also God created two separate things, one to govern, one to control the day and one to control the night. And so for the night time, what do you think he created, Dave?
Shift work.
So what did I say? In the night time, he created, well, he doesn't call it moon and the sun. He calls it like a large light. Two great lights, because we call the one in the daytime the sun, and then the one at the night time we call the moon, don't we?
I've got a mate who howls at the moon.
Really?
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
He's a wolf.
A howler, eh?
Scares me.
Have you got a friend who's a wolf?
Oh,
wow. Cool.
pen pal.
Pen pal.
Close enough for me.
What's really interesting is that God created the moon for the night and the sun for the day. But he also wanted us to see what the different seasons and days and years by looking at the sky. Does that make sense to you, Dave?
No,
well,
not really.
So we know in the olden days they didn't have watches so you could tell the time. They used to have something called a sundial. And if you watch how the sun moves around, you can tell what part of the day it is. So we have sunrise and we have sunset, don't we? And when the moon's up, It's nighttime. So the sky kind of shows us and tells us kind of what time it is. It's really exciting, isn't it?
I use a talking clock.
Do you?
Ah.
What sort of talking clock?
When you make a phone call and it tells you the time.
Oh, right. Yeah. Cool. Oh, it'd be great if you could be the voice of the talking clock, wouldn't it?
And the time now is... What's the time again?
I don't know what time it is.
What time is it?
We need a sundial.
I'm not sure I do very good at that, to be honest.
What? Check knowing what time it is through the sundial?
I'd have a crack at it, but I don't think I'd be great.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic how God has created light on the first day, and now on day 4, he's putting more lights in the sky. We've got the moon, we've got the sun, we've got stars. It's awesome, isn't it?
Planes.
Oh,
Helicopters.
well, no, because they don't come.
Space stations.
No, they don't come yet. They don't come yet.
Fireworks.
No, we just got lights at the moment, but they are awesome, aren't they?
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely certain. And these light up the earth because God's created the earth, and this is lighting up the earth, which is fantastic. And again, God is separating light from darkness, day and night, but he's using these different lights at different times of the day.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
You know when God made that sunshine thing?
Yeah.
Do you reckon he had shades on and gloves?
Maybe.
Because that'd be a bit hot and bright, wouldn't it?
I'll tell you what, no, because God is so powerful and so bright. He's brighter than the sun. Like if we couldn't see God because he's too awesome and too holy and too amazing.
Is he a star? Is he a star and a sun?
No, he's a person. He's a person. God's a person and spirit, isn't he? He's like, amazing. Much bigger and better than the moon and the sun. As impressive as the sun and the moon and the stars are, God is greater than those things that he's made, isn't he? Yeah, so that's amazing, isn't it? Have you ever been out at night and seen the stars, Dave?
Of course I have. I live in a house. I've got countryside. I've got eyes. I'm not on a curfew.
I don't know if you went to bed early or not, Do you go out at night and have a look at the stars, dear?
I can be a night owl.
Because there's different kind of groupings of stars, isn't there? Do you know much about the groups of stars that you can get?
Yeah, there's that group you can see and a group you can't.
I was thinking about, isn't it the plough and that? And then there's something else. There's different types of constellations.
If you say so.
It's really interesting anyway. You can study the stars,
I'll believe you.
Yeah. And once you get one of them telescopes so you can see the stars better and see those groups. I've lost you, Dave, haven't I? I've lost you.
A little bit,
Well, anyway, God said it was good. When he made all these lights, he said it was good. That was day 4. Fantastic. So what do you think of that? Lights in the sky.
I'm still wondering where the dogs are. I'll be honest.
Dogs come on day 6. Okay, I've given it away. So it's day 4. Not next story, but the story after. Then we'll see animals.
But the car can't pass through.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. But I'll tell you when the dogs arrive, but not today. But today you've got food and land, and today we've got lights, so we can see where we're going at night time.
Yeah, lighthouse has got a light and all in it.
Yeah,
that's up in the sky for a little.
These are all artificial lights. These are natural, God-made lights. It's fantastic, isn't it? In the sky.
Well, if you could put a star down on the floor, it'd be a bit hot, wouldn't it?
Actually, yeah, because it is, isn't it? They're hot. Gas and things
like gassy stuff in it.
Yeah, wow, you know your stuff then, don't you?
Ah,
well done there, Dave. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
And I will see you next time. Bye for now.
Hurrah, a bit.
And that was story time.
I like that story there, JoJo.
Did you?
You're not too bad at them stories, am you?
My goodness, is that a compliment?
Always. I'm a complimentary dog, me. Everyone looks better with me. Complimentary. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Like complimentary free or complimentary like, I'll compliment you. Everyone's better with a Dave. The world would be better, do you reckon?
Yeah, I guess so.
Can't have too many Daves, although I wouldn't want more than one. That'd get confusing. Anyway, I was a bit thrown with that lighthouse thing. You said lighthouse was ain't real.
Well, but then that's artificial. It's not a natural light. God created stars and moon and the sun. That a lighthouse is man-made.
Well, it's just like a star in a bottle
I suppose.
that spins round and round.
Yeah.
So that's a lighthouse, ain't it? Lights up the night like a star.
Okay.
Because them angels, they had stars, they when Jesus was born.
Did they?
Do you remember?
Oh, they followed the shepherds followed the star.
If it had been a lighthouse, they'd have been confused.
Yeah, they weren't near the water, were they?
No. So maybe the light was better if it's a star, not a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we move on to start time now?
Yeah.
What are you making?
Starry plate.
Right. I don't know what to say to that, to be honest with you. Because is that like a plate in the sky?
No, it's a plate with stars on it.
Is it hot?
No.
Is it on fire?
No.
But it's not in space.
No, it's an art thing. It's a drawing.
All right. Well, I suppose you better see it, because you've done it. Might as well bother now. Anyway, art time. Hit it.
For art time today, we're going to make a starry plate. And this is to remind us that on day 4 of creation, God created the sun, the moon, and the stars. And as you can see, we've got, it's really dark at night with the moon and the stars, and then bright yellow or white with the sun shining. And that's what God did. He divided up the day and the night to give us the moon and the stars, bright lights in the sky, to mark the day and night, which is very exciting. So we take a plate, a paper plate, and again, hole punch. Now you can hole punch in the middle so that you can see either side, day and night. Or I had this crazy idea that you might want to hang it up that way round when it's day, and then have a string on the other side and hang it up when it's nighttime on that side. You might want to do that. So first of all, you take your paper plate. You're going to need paint, black paint and yellow paint, or you can just do black on one side and then use the paper to be the daytime. And some stars. You could use foil to make the stars, or you could draw stars on there. We need string, hole punch, some scissors, crayons if you want to colour in the sun and the moon, and I think that's everything. And you might be wondering why I've got a cup here, and this was to make my sun, so I could just draw around the bottom of the cup, and then obviously a bit of glue to stick everything on. So take your paper plate, and I always like to just get the hole punching done, so make a hole in the top and then put our string on, like so. And again, you can have this as long as short as you like, depending on where you're going to hang it. And that's that done. And then what you do is you fold it in half, so you can mark off the day and the night on there, like that. And just get some paint. And got some dark paint here. Ooh. Make lots in there. And what I would suggest is just get a nice big brush, because it's much quicker that way. And you just go like that, all on that side, and paint it. And you keep going until you finish, till it's all covered in. And there we go. I like that, it's good fun painting. And you do that all over. And then when you've finished, you have to let that one dry if you're using paint. If you use pencils and crayons, you have to wait. And this is the clever bit for making the sun. A pencil mark around the cup and make a nice big circle. Use whatever you've got around, and then you cut that out, and that makes the sun. I've got a bit of foam here, but you can use paper or whatever you've got lying around, even material. That would be fun. And you just take a bit of glue and you stick that on the day side. I'm trying not to get paint everywhere, but obviously if you were doing this, you'd be more patient and you'd wait for the paint to dry. So you stick the sun at the top, and then when the paint is dried and you've fully made it dark, like it's nighttime, then you can put the stars and the moon. I'm going to paint a little bit more just to get it a bit darker. There we go. And you use that line that you made in the middle to keep it separated. Now, obviously, it'd be quite good to have some newspaper or paper underneath so you don't get it all over the table. And there we go, we do that. And as I say, I quite like just sticking on stars, but you can make those stars. And what you do is with the moon is you just literally take a bit of white paper, draw around it like I did with the sun. Oops, put that one out of the way. And cut around, and then you make it into a moon shape. Now, to be fair, you could stay like that, just a full round, because that could be the full moon, because obviously the moon changes in the way it looks at throughout the seasons. So yeah, draw around there, and then you could put it on like that for the moon, colour it blue, or you can just shape it like a little moon shape, like that, and then stick it on. I'm just going to stick it on there. There you go. Have fun.
That was good, that. I've got a question though, Jojo.
Yeah.
Where's the lighthouse? Can you do one of them out of a plate?
Do you remember we're doing the creation story, and
Oh.
God created the lights in the sky? So that's the stars, the moon, and the sun, not the lighthouse.
But a lighthouse's light is up in the sky, ain't it?
Well, no, it's not in the. Well, it's not in the sky. It can be quite high up, but it's not in the sky.
It might as well be for me because I can't fly.
Can't you?
Just look up in the sky, them lights.
Yeah.
All the way up there.
It's great.
Ah. Anyway, so that our time, you had no. There was stars and there was a sun and there was a moon.
Yeah.
Is that right? And you could flip it upside down.
Yeah, so you could have daytime and nighttime, because obviously, you know, it's dark when it's nighttime and it's light when it's daytime.
You clever, you, eh? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like daylight and it's light. It's not dark in the daylight. And it's not light to dark, because, you know, it's darkness. Wow. It's good, that ain't. Anyway, that's another day of Unleashed. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, go to the website, berrybunch.org. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And then you can find show resources. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then you can see the story again. And if you really want to, you can see the art time again, which I think I might need to because I don't get it. Because there's no lighthouse. Can you do a lighthouse next time?
Oh, that's a really good idea. Yeah, let's try that one time.
Ah, you do a lighthouse and I'll make some comments. Because I ain't got no thumbs. Anyway, stay frosty, y'all. Have a good night. Ta-ra a bit.